Kensington, my legally distinct friend. What do you think we should do a video on this week? Memes, huh? We could do. Memes videos, they are very easy, and we are both essentially lazy. But what would we do a memes video on? Because we've already done Flat Earth, we've done moon landings. Well, what else could we do? Creationism, huh? Um, Yeah, we could do, but do we really want to go down that religious rabbit hole? Yeah, you're right. Sod it. Let's do it. Creationist memes! So, creationism is essentially just science denial. But its adherents claim that actually creation is the real science, which is nonsense. And just like flat earthers go out of their way to avoid actually talking about a flat earth, creationists will spend most of their time talking about evolution and getting it wrong. Let us count the ways in which they do this. We'll start with this image, which is actually a bit of a straw man. Nobody believes humans evolved from monkeys, but we'll ignore that part for now and focus on the bit in the middle, the in-between species. What happened to them? Well, very obviously, it's a fundamental principle of evolution, survival of the fittest. The species best adapted to their environment will survive. Those that aren't will die out. And here's the same thing again. And yes, you do have it correct. Apart from the bit about in-between species between humans and monkeys. No, Kensington, I keep telling you, humans did not evolve from monkeys. We just share a common ancestor. Oh, you think that's funny, do you? Well, let me remind you, Kensington, somewhere down the line, humans and bears have a common ancestor too. Yeah, that shut you up. Next one. So this is a bit of a weird one. Humans evolved after chimps and pigs had sex. Now, this is an idea that comes from geneticist Eugene McCarthy, who is real, and he does believe in what's called the hybrid theory of evolution, where creationists are being dishonest, of course, is pretending that this is a wide held belief, rather than the opinions of one lone crackpot. It's a bit of a sore point for Kensington, actually, because, regular Dr. Moreau him. But the NASA boys upstairs, they didn't like the experiments Kensington was doing. I mean, if you can't even cross a duck and a hippo, what is the world coming to? Whatever the hell this is, apparently. I don't I don't understand what's happening here. I mean, the monkey I get. Where's the alien come from? Why is that there? I don't understand. Now, this I do understand. Theists getting atheism wrong. No, it's not just because we can't see God that we don't believe in him. It's that there's no evidence at all for the existence of God. If it was just not being able to see him, consider we can't see air, but we know that air exists. But at least they are correct in saying that flat earthers are silly. Now, technically, this one is a flat earth meme, but it does reference creationism too. And it implies that the shape of the earth is all part of a grand plot to hide God, which is pretty dumb because one, how weak is your God that he could be hidden so easily? And number two, you could achieve that all without the need to lie about the shape of the earth. If anything, lying about the shape of the earth just makes things more complex. Okay, so that's the last of the memes. But we're not quite done yet, because I've got one more thing I want to show you. And this is what I want to call my Twitter exchange I don't know what to do with of the week. Okay, so basically, this is if you look at conspiracy theorists on Twitter, one thing you will notice is they are obsessed with trans people. They believe everyone is trans. And there was one of these posts, it got my attention. It caught me a little off guard. So I had to share it. So this is a post from Twitter user QuoProQuid. And he claims in this photo there's only one biological female, and it's the one wearing the beret. Now, if you don't know, the person wearing the beret in this photo is Benny Hill, who was a comedian in the UK in the 60s and 70s. Now, we're not really here to evaluate his comedy, but to a modern audience, it doesn't tend to play very well. So it's a bit surprising to hear that he was actually a trans man. And even more surprising that his act was to run around the park chasing after trans women. And that is what I posted. QuoProQuid responded to tell me that I just wasn't ready for that truth. And I had to admit, he was right. I was not ready for the Benny Hill was a trans man chasing after trans women truth. But I did remember to ask if he had a list of celebrities who actually weren't trans. Again, I was not prepared for the answer. Because actually, all famous people are transgender. So Arnold Schwarzenegger, actually born a girl. Amazing. I explained Junior anyway. But it got me thinking, what about someone like Elliot Page, who used to be known as Ellen Page? Did they transition to Ellen before transitioning back to Elliot, their original birth gender? Well, it turns out I am right on to Hollywood and their little transy scheme. They won't get away with this. Of course, it is possible he could have just been trolling me. But looking at his other posts, I don't think he was. But anyway, after that dose of insanity, if you enjoyed this video, please feel free to like and subscribe. help an angel get its wings by hitting the notification bell. And if there's someone you don't like, maybe you could share this video with them. Until next time, Star Wipe, and I'm out.